Hey, welcome to the Whiskey Tangent. Whiskey Shorts? Shorts?
Wait,
No, short.
this is a whiskey short, but we will be doing many whiskey shorts.
Whiskey Shorts. We talk a lot about drinking whiskey on the podcast, but let's face it, if you're going to learn about what whiskey to drink and you don't know how to drink properly, there's no embarrassment.
As we've said, we are both over 50, and so we've been drinking for almost 50 years,
It's amazing how many decades it took me to learn some of the basics, guys.
since we were 2.
Right, since we were 2 years old, before that, I think we were drinking something.
Well, that's true. Like you say, drinking in the generic sense,
Right.
we were certainly drinking.
Scott's
in the
point
womb.
is that we've had our lips around a bottle since
Hello.
basically the age of infancy. And we've continued well into adulthood.
So true. So this is how to drink like a pro. Whiskey short.
So the first thing you want to do if you know you're going to go out and have some whiskey with the fellas and you're going out into the world, you want to have some food in your stomach. I went to a whiskey tasting recently, and I didn't eat until I got there. It was an amateur mistake, and I paid for it later.
Yeah, people talk about pre-gaming, but they're talking about alcohol. You need to pre-game with some food, and preferably with carb food like bread, hoagies, cheesesteaks.
It's a little bit of a misnomer because from what I understand, the carb feels like it soaks up more. It's actually the high protein and the fat of like a burger or a hot dog or something like that that actually helps soak up the alcohol once it gets all digested. So you want to eat some food. It's okay to have it on a roll. Pizza seems to work well for people as well, but it's not a day to have like a cucumber salad on your way out the door. It's not a day.
Or a quinoa salad.
Right. If you're going to really be put down, a quarter bottle of whiskey and up, you want to have something substantial before you go out there. So that's step one. The second thing is once you get out, you're excited to be there. Scott will tell you, I tend to drink quickly when I first get out.
Yeah, you should not be like just sucking down the drink as soon as you get there. Now, if you want to do a shot just to get things started, that's different. But if you order a full drink and you drink it down within 10 minutes, you're going to start a bad evening for yourself.
I'm definitely drinking my first drink in about 10 minutes. It's the second drink that I try to hold on to, which is
Okay, fair enough.
Which is Scott's point, though, which is why it's nice to order seltzer, club soda, or straight water as soon as you get your second drink, or sometimes even with your first drink. First of all, it gives you something to drink while you're talking and you're all animated with your friends instead of constantly going to your whiskey.
Get in the habit of when the waitress comes around to ask for your drinks and you give her your drink order, say, could we have waters all around? Because everyone will appreciate that and you're helping your friends.
Because being hydrated at the end of the night, especially in the morning, is the best thing you can do to feel great the next day.
Yeah, it averts a headache.
The reason people feel terrible the next day is 90% dehydration. So I say for every drink you have in the world, you should have a drink of water with it. At least one glass of water to every 2 drinks. If you're having beers, it still works. Water works with all alcohol. It's not going to water you down. It's not going to mess up your buzz.
You might have to pee more, but that is a small price to pay.
And listen, you really want to move this through your liver and kidneys and everything anyway. So keeping your system flush while you're drinking is only healthy because you want to drink your whole life, don't you? Scott made a good point about spacing, though. You don't want to drink 4 drinks your first hour. It's going to take the whole night sideways. You're going to be that person that drags your friend's night down as they try to keep you from walking out into traffic.
If you were a generally average-sized man,
About 180 pounds, 160 to 180 pound person.
You can probably take 1 drink per hour and be fine. If you do more than that, you're going to start to feel it a lot more. Now, if you're a woman, you might want to do a little bit less than that, like a drink every hour and a half. If you do a drink every hour, you're going to feel like the guy drinking more than 1 an hour.
And I couldn't disagree with Scott more on this. One drink an hour, I might as well stay home.
No. I'm saying you're fine at 1 drink an hour.
One drink an hour, you can do your taxes at 1 drink an hour.
That's what I mean.
But so the point is well taken. So if you've had, let's say, 4 drinks in the first 2 hours and you got a little bit of a buzz on, which isn't crazy. I think what Scott's saying is at that point, if you just do a drink an hour, you'll maintain your buzz. You're not going to get annihilated. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get vomity and sick. Your body will be able to process that, and you'll be able to ride that drink buzz that you had early on throughout the whole night.
And we should mention that this assumes that you have a ride home. Like you're just not drinking in a vacuum here, and you're just going to drive home drunk. you
Right.
you have made arrangements, or you will make arrangements.
Uber,
to,
a Lyft,
get home
taxi, or
safely.
your friend drove.
I mean, this is even if you're drinking at home by yourself.
Right. If you're drinking at home, we still suggest this pacing because, you have stuff to do the next day. And trust me, I've had whole Saturdays taken sideways by a poorly planned out Friday night.
Saturday and Sunday.
The other thing is, besides spacing, know what you're drinking. It makes a difference if you're having 4 or 5 drinks throughout a night, what the proofing is. This goes for the percentage of alcohol in wines, for example. Red wines tend to be higher than white wines.
Yeah, check your menu, ABV, the bottle, if you have it. For beer and wine.
Right. 2 beers are not created equal. If your buddy's drinking a Mick Ultra and you're drinking a Victory Hop Devil, 2 for 2, it's completely 2 Hop Devils takes my whole mood to a happy place.
Like, if you're drinking an English session beer that's around 4 or 5, and
someone's got a golden monkey going down, not to bang the victory drum again, but
someone's got a Belgian triple or something, which is 9 or 10%. It's going to be a difference.
Right. And there is a difference between public and private. Remember, when you're out in the world, if you're going to the city to have some drinks, it could be dangerous out there to someone who's not aware. If you're passing out at the train station or, which I've done.
Speaking from experience.
Done that once in my life. It was a very good thing I had friends to watch me. And if you're nodding off in the bar, you can get your phone stolen, your money stolen. It could take a fun night and just, take it to a bad place. And it's no way to be. It's kind of unsightly to be drunk like that in public, and you don't want that. But if you do find yourself being that drunk, try to sleep on your side or something in a safe way. You don't want to choke on your vomit and, go out Jimi Hendrix style.
Yeah, John Bonham.
Great musicians, bad drinkers, and we're trying to...
both 27 years old.
And we're trying to help you avoid that type of pitfall. One thing your body likes to do, though, we found that when you've drank a little bit too much, they like to wake you up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning so you can enjoy what you've done to yourself. Nice little headache starting to form.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Feel your headache.
Wake up and
feel it.
Wake up and enjoy what you've done to us.
Feel the evil in your brain.
This is the time to drink 2 giant 16-ounce glasses of water, and I like to take 2 Tylenol and an aspirin because an Excedrin would keep me up, and that's what I really want for a hangover headache.
Yeah, Advil is my analgesic of choice at 3 in the morning. But your point is well taken about the Excedrin migraine, which is something I take when I wake up.
Right. Well, and I like to take the Advil when I wake up because I don't want to put too much Tylenol on me. So they act independently, and this is another thing. We're not doctors. We don't profess to be, though we are confident to say that we are pretty much professional drinkers. Now, in the morning, you want a hearty breakfast of some sort, maybe some sausage or eggs, home fries or some buttered toast, whatever gets you excited.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not nauseous and you are able to eat, basically do the same thing you did when you were pre-gaming. You just do it on the other end.
Cold pizza in the morning will work if that's still on the counter.
Yeah, that's perfect. Order yourself 2 pizzas, eat the first one before you drink, and one the next morning.
So if you take our advice, I think you're going to have a great time and a great night. Thanks so much for checking this out, and work hard. You can become a professional drinker just like Scott and I.
Nice.